Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Chloe Thaler.
And I'm Adrian Ellis. Auburn students can expect to see campaigners on the concourse in the following days as SGA spring elections kicked off yesterday.
Campaigning will continue until next Tuesday when Auburn students will vote for their choices of SGA candidates. To vote, visit aub.ie/sga.vote. The first case of a new flu-like coronavirus has been confirmed in the U.S. in Seattle last Tuesday. The outbreak started in China and has spread through Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, and South Korea, and has more than 300 confirmed infections and has killed at least 17 people.
The Alabama Department of Public Health is now in close communications with the Center for Disease Controls to help monitor the evolving outbreak. The United States is now actively screening incoming travelers from China. Healthcare providers in Alabama are now being asked to conduct screenings of patients seeking care for influenza-like illnesses who have traveled to China in the past 14 days prior to the illness and contact ADPH and CDC for consultation and guidance. Although information about this illness is limited, symptoms of the new respiratory virus include coughing, difficulty breathing, fever, and in some patients, life-threatening pneumonia. People with these symptoms should contact a physician, urgent care center, or hospital for screening and care.
And in news this side of the Atlantic, President Trump's impeachment trials continue.
Auburn Political Science Department spoke with Eagle Eye TV over the phone to just break down what the trial is all about.
Essentially, the president took actions as it relates to military funding to Ukraine, and in the investigation related to those actions, the Democrats managed to pass articles of impeachment. That's essentially the equivalent of the just police charging someone with a crime. Currently in the Senate, the president is being tried for those crimes. So the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is acting as the judge, and all of the senators are acting as jurors. For the president, if he is removed from office, it means he won't be on the ballot. At this point, seems like the least likely outcome. What matters more is how it will impact kind of vulnerable senators up for re-election and how it will impact voters in the presidential election. There's a chance that failing to remove the president from office could mobilize a lot of Democrats who believe, like, hey, this is an individual who shouldn't be there. Now it's up to us to go and do what the Senate couldn't or didn't instead. So we want to remove him from office. It's going to be an incredibly competitive election with, I anticipate, very, very high turnout.
It was announced last week that 2 students from Auburn have been selected for the Albert Schweitzer Fellowship.
Harley Moore, a sophomore in the Harrison School of Pharmacy, and Emily Munn, a doctoral student in the School of Kinesiology, will join 15 other students from Stanford University, the University of Alabama, the University of Alabama in Birmingham, and the University of Montevallo.
The fellowship is a great opportunity in which the students spend the next 15 months developing and carrying out service projects related to health disparities in under-resourced communities. In the process, the students will learn how to address social factors that impact health and develop lifelong leadership skills.
Auburn University Housing sent out an email last week to on-campus residents about some changes in regards to the service providing to those living in the dorms. They said, quote, "We regret to inform you that Philo, the television company that provides university housing with cable, will no longer offer HBO Go as a service to residence halls after March 16, 2020. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your understanding."
This change may come on the heels of HBO launching their own streaming service, HBO Max, that is set to launch in May of this year. The new service will reportedly cost $15 a month, the same price HBO Go is currently. Those who still want access to HBO following the change can gain access through another TV provider or by purchasing a subscription to HBO Go. The university housing website has not yet reflected the change in this service.
U.S. News and World Report released their 2020 Best Online Program ranking on January 14th, and Auburn's online graduate programs were ranked among the best in the nation. The Harvard College of Business, Samuel Ginn College of Engineering, and the College of Education all received best designations in the ranking.
Bill Hardgrave, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, said that these rankings demonstrate Auburn's continued commitment to providing outstanding academic programs through online education. And by expanding Auburn's capacity for online learning, our faculty are reimagining how we deliver high-quality education to our students in ways that are both accessible and align with our on-campus experience.
Nearly 400 Auburn faculty teach over 1,000 online courses each year. In addition to numerous graduate programs, the university currently offers 3 online undergraduate programs, as well as in business administration, computer science, and RN to BSN. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching Eli TV, Auburn's news leader.
For the first time in program history, College Game Day will be on the Plains this weekend for Auburn, Kentucky this weekend. Host Jay Bilas, Reese Davis, LaFonso Davis, and Seth Greenberg will be in Auburn Arena Saturday morning for the weekly pregame show before Auburn basketball tips off at 5 p.m. Kentucky is coming off a game against Vanderbilt where the Wildcats were down by 8 at halftime, pulled away with a 32-15 run in the second half to walk away with a victory. Auburn, on the other hand, needed 2 overtimes in order to overcome their most recent opponent, and Ole Miss came out on top thanks to a last-second three-point play from standout freshman Isaac Okoro. Auburn sits at 18-2 and is ranked 17th in the AP poll, while Kentucky sits at 13 and with 16 wins and 4 losses. Auburn Gymnastics is back in action on Sunday as they travel to Athens to face 8th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. The 13th-ranked Tigers are coming off a win last week against Missouri, where they scored a season-high 196-700. The meet will begin at 3 p.m. and can be seen on ESPN. Women's basketball is on the road tonight as they face the mighty Mississippi State Bulldogs, who are ranked number 9 in the AP poll. Coming off a close loss to the 13th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats, the Tigers look to play spoiler to the Bulldogs. Tip-off will begin at 7 p.m. with the game to be seen on SEC Network Plus. After tonight's contest, the Tigers will host Vanderbilt on Sunday to finish the weekend. The game is slated for 2 p.m. and can be seen on SEC Network Plus. That's all I have for you tonight. I'm Mackenzie Collins. We'll be back with more on Auburn's News Leader.
Auburn University Transportation Services has partnered with Lyft, a popular ride-sharing company, to provide students safe late-night rides within a 4-mile radius of their home throughout the semester.
The Auburn Lyft Late Night Smart Ride program began last Wednesday and will offer currently enrolled students up to a $10 discount on rides from within the university designated service areas. Designated service areas include the Student Center, Tiger Transit Station, and between South Gay Street and Wilmore Drive by Toomer's Corner.
According to Kelsey Prather, a communication and marketing specialist for Auburn University, the discount will only apply for students who are using the app to get home. For example, if a student is at a bar downtown and uses the app to ride back home, then the discount applies. All currently enrolled students should receive an email from Lyft requesting verification of their Tiger Mail account in addition to details about the Auburn Lyft Late Night Smart Ride program. A new mural is on the display in the East Alabama Medical Center Pediatric Unit. Designed to reflect the aquatic theme in other parts of the pediatric unit, the mural bright colors and art will help illuminate the patient's day and help them throughout the healing process.
The mural was created by a group of Auburn students and Professor Wendy Desheen's Painting 2 class. Desheen's students work on projects nearly every semester. Last semester, the class created a mural for the Lee County Humane Society.
To be able to work with everybody was really nice and really great to learn, I think, for us as artists, but also to be able to know that it's coming here, it's going to brighten everybody's day. It was just really rewarding altogether.
And it just makes everything brighter and cheerier and gives them a sense of hope while they're in the hospital. And what we know from an evidence-based standpoint, it helps with them getting better and healing them.
And another display coming to the Student Center is featuring everyone's favorite tiger. The Auburn Experience display is set to open this Saturday before the men's basketball game against Kentucky. Fans who want to be there for the unveiling can be a part of the ceremony on Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m.
The display will be located next to the FOI information desk on the second floor of the Student Center.
An Auburn University graduate with a doctoral in physics found evidence of a new atomic process proving a theory that was made a decade ago by a former Auburn professor. The graduate who made this find is Ahmed Bassam Namir. Namir's discovery provides evidence to a theory that was posed in 2010 by former Auburn professor Francis Robichaud, who now works at Purdue University.
Robichaud's theory focused on what is known as the recombination process, which refers to electrons combining with atomic nuclei to form atoms.
Atomic physicists are excited about this find as they believe it could unlock answers about the evolution of stars and other objects in the universe.
Stuart Locke, a professor in Auburn's Department of Physics, agrees and said that this find could provide us new information about where carbon, oxygen, and other elements came from in our universe, which could lead in turn to giving us a better picture at how the universe is continually evolving.
RBD Library will be extending hours starting January 31st. Previously, the library was open until 6 on Fridays and Saturdays, but it will now close at 9 p.m.
We've been hearing for a while that students, especially graduate students, wanted more weekend access for their work. Dean of Libraries Shally Zhang said, "We are pleased that we can now offer these extended hours to our students needing more time to accomplish the research or find a great place to study."
This week's pet of the week is Halo. Meet the sweet cat who may or may not have been inspired by the Beyonce hit. This 3-year-old boy can be a little shy when you first meet him, but he will soon be asking for all the scratches you can give.
Halo loves to talk to you about his day and is also the best listener. He isn't neutered yet, but is microchipped, vaccinated, and FIV negative. Come down to the Lee County Humane Society and meet Halo today. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader. Auburn University Theater's spring production of Bring It On the Musical will open February 13th in Auburn's Telfair Pete Theater. Eagle Eye sat down with the director for an exclusive interview.
What first attracted me to Bring It On the Musical was the fabulous score by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And as we began to work on it, I also realized that it has a lot to say about the nature of friendship, especially in the fraught years of our high school lives. Two very different people come together. There is a betrayal and forgiveness. All that's part of the really sometimes difficult challenges of experiencing high school. In this particular production, seeing the spirit that they bring to this show makes me feel a whole 30 years younger, like I was starting all over again. So that is something that I will miss, but it is certainly something that has sustained me throughout my career. There are great students here, and you should come on out and see them.
Eagle Eye by following us throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Adrian Ellis.
And I'm Chloe Thaler. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.